Hi, fellow heirs. Welcome back to Weekday Wind Down with the Word, where we are reading through the book of Genesis. And today we will be reading the 22nd chapter of Genesis in the NLT version. And this chapter is about Abram's faith being tested. So without any further ado, let's get reading. Sometime later, God tested Abraham's faith. "Abraham," God called. "Yes," he replied, "here I am." "Take your son, your only son Isaac, whom you love so much, and go to the land of Moriah. Go and sacrifice him as a burnt offering on one of the mountains, which I will show you." The next morning, Abraham got up early. He saddled his donkey and took two of his servants with him, along with his son Isaac. Then he chopped wood for the fire for the burnt offering and set out for the place God had told him about. On the third day of their journey, Abraham looked up and saw the place in the distance. "Stay here with the donkey," Abraham told the servants. "The boy and I will travel a little farther. We will worship there, and then we will come right back." So Abraham placed the wood for the burnt offering on Isaac's shoulders, while he himself carried the fire and the knife. As the two of them walked on together, Isaac turned to Abraham and said, "Father." "Yes, my son," Abraham replied. "We have the fire and the wood," the boy said, "but where is the sheep for the burnt offering?" "God will provide a sheep for the burnt offering, my son," Abraham answered, and they both walked on together. When they arrived at the place where God had told him to go, Abraham built an altar and arranged the wood on it. Then he tied his son, Isaac, and laid him on the altar on top of the wood. And Abraham picked up the knife to kill his son as a sacrifice. At that moment, the angel of the Lord called to him from heaven, "Abraham, Abraham." "Yes," Abraham replied, "here I am." "Don't lay a hand on the boy," the angel said. "Do not hurt him in any way, for now I know that you truly fear God. You have not withheld from me even your son, your only son." Then Abraham looked up and saw a ram caught by its horn in a thicket. So he took the ram and sacrificed it as a burnt offering in place of his son. Abraham named the place Yahweh Yireh, which means "the Lord will provide." To this day, people still use the name as a proverb. On the mountain of the Lord, it will be provided. Then the angel of the Lord called again to Abraham from heaven. "This is what the Lord says, because you have obeyed me and have not withheld even your son, your only son, I swear by my own name that I will certainly bless you. I will multiply your descendants beyond number, like the stars in the sky and the sands of the seashores. Your descendants will conquer the cities of their enemies, and through your descendants all the nations of the earth will be blessed, all because you have obeyed me." Then they returned to the servants and traveled back to Beersheba, where Abraham continued to live. Soon after, Abraham heard that Milcah, his brother Nahor's wife, had borne Nahor 8 sons. The oldest was named Uz, the next oldest Buz, followed by Chemiel, the ancestor of the Arameans, Kesed, Hazo, Pildash, Jithlaf, and Bethiel. Bethiel became the father of Rebekah. In addition of these 8 sons from Milcah, Nahor had 4 other children from his concubine Reumah. Their names were Tebah, Gaham, Tehash, and Milcah. And that concludes the reading of Genesis, the 22nd chapter. And so this was a true testament of some. And so if you ever wonder why Abraham was noted for his faith. This is why, even until killing of his own son, Abraham had faith in God that God would provide the sacrifice, and he continued to go forward with what God had told him to do until God stopped him. And that's just really having like unconditional faith in the Lord to me. Because, I don't think there's many of us that can say, without a shadow of a doubt, if God told us to kill one of our children, that we would do it. I mean, that's something, let alone kill somebody else, but your own flesh and blood. And, I could see me, myself, I might start, coming up with, things in my mind. Oh no, that couldn't have been the voice of God. No, that must have been all in my head. I'm just being honest here. I cannot say I would have been able to carry that out. Or even, I cannot say, I just can't say it. I'm just going to be honest with you that I would have been able to carry that out. I would have to know without a shadow of a doubt that God told me to do it. But I don't know. I'm just being honest with you. And this is truly a testament to Abraham's faith in God. He had faith like no other, and that's why he is known today. If there was an epistle for faith having, it would be Abraham, because he trusted God with something so huge. He trusted God all the way up until he could no more. But then we see what God done for him. God took that and said, okay, I see what faith you have in me, how you fear me until the point of death, and because of that, Abraham, I am going to bless you tremendously. I'm going to bless you like no one else, and he bestowed upon him a great blessing. And so I do have a prayer out of this, and that's that, God will help me to grow my faith to where it's blinded. I have just blind, complete trust and faith in God, to where I can be like an Abraham, like Abraham was, that God tell me to do it, I'm going to do it. Even if I don't see the way, I don't see how he's going to make a way for this thing to come to pass, or for him to work a miracle out of it. I don't think about that. I just know that he's God and he's going to do it. And let me just do what he has told me to do. That's what Cynthia needs to do. I need to do what he told me to do and let him handle the rest. Let him handle all the consequences and all the circumstances that's going to come about, because he knows what he's doing. He knows the beginning from the end. He knows what's going to happen. Once I make my steps, he knows exactly what he's going to do. And if I don't make my steps, he knows exactly what he's going to do and how the situation will be handled and how to best handle the situation, not me. So I just need to do exactly what he has told me to do. And so with that being said, what are you seeing in this chapter? What is God speaking to your heart in this chapter? Please add it in the comments below. I love to hear someone else's point of view, because that's just how we grow. Iron sharpens iron. So with that being said, again, I'm going to leave it right here. Thank you guys for listening to Weekday Wind Down with the Word, and have a blessed day. Bye.